Hello there, my name's Holly and I'm a museum assistant for Aberdeen Art Gallery and Museums, and today I'd like to tell you all about the rich history of Aberdeen's oldest residence, Provost Skene's house. The story begins almost 500 years ago when Guestrow was a bustling metropolis of merchants. During the reign of Mary Queen of Scots, this area would have been thriving and would have been built up with stone houses reaching 3 or 4 stories high, each one featuring timber galleries that lunged over the courtyards below. In 1545, the Knollys family purchased the estate and built what we now know as Provost Skene's house. It was made from granite rubble and a lime-based mortar, and it was an early example of a granite house in Aberdeen, where most are still made from timber and sandstone. Over the course of the following 200 years after, the house was added to and extended in every direction. It wasn't until 1669 that the man himself, Provost George Skene, moves in. He spent his career trading on the continent in Poland, and he returned to Aberdeen at the age of 56, a wealthy merchant, buying the lands of Rubislaw and Wester Fintry, and later this house. He stayed for 25 years throughout his time as Provost of Aberdeen, and then also when he was knighted in 1681. Little did he know that just 50 years later, the bloody butcher would take over his house and cause chaos. During the Jacobite Uprising, King George II's youngest son, William, marched north to crush Bonnie Prince Charlie at the Battle of Culloden. During his 6-week stay, he broke things and stole from the house. And merely 100 years later, the decline of the house continues as it becomes a lodging house for the poor. Generations of paupers cross the threshold in search of food and shelter, and before you know it, the once thriving area of Guestrow degenerates into slums. Sadly, in the year 1940, the house is threatened with demolition. But, along with endorsement from the Queen Mother, the house is saved and it is actually opened as a museum in 1953, running until 2013, when the house closes for its latest renovation. So over the past 9 years, lots of care and attention to detail has been taken to restore its original features and prolong the life of the house for many years to come.